Trying to make the most of this absolutely gorgeous day. Afternoon, we haven't had an afternoon that is sunny for so many days. We're in the middle of our big rainy season, so most afternoons in Brazil you got water coming down, which is awesome. Plant establishing really well, so 2 weeks is planting. I think today is the 19th of Feb, something like that. And most things are either stable or moving forward, which is awesome. On the top here I'm a bit concerned. 2 o'clock now, and we're starting to get a bit of shadow from this baby there, but also from especially that clump there. So the system on the top here is looking a little weaker. I'm not sure if that's the reason, or also because it's a more tropical kind of area, and we haven't had a lot of really hot days. Don't know, but I think that's something that I need to address sooner rather than later and open this up, because they will definitely have an influence, not only by blocking that sun, especially in winter, where we will need sun as much as we can to keep those babies warm. Yeah, but also some senescent information, you know. It has a different vibe when you look at those plants kind of growing, the little babies, boom boom boom, and those other ones, even though they look healthy and growing, you know, most of them are in a different stage of their life and succession and so forth. But that's good, man, you know, really happy. Apart from the leaf cutter ants removing a few plants, which I'm, especially on the top here as well, makes me question a bit, going you know, can't you see that I'm moving succession along, little thing? But I also need to respect it, and I can't jump into a conclusion that they are not moving succession along. You know, in my mind, if it's just a prune, it's nice, it's welcome, thank you very much for the class. But if it's a prune after a prune after a prune after a prune after a prune, and then the plant dies, I'm gonna go, I was pretty sure this plant would contribute to the system. But anyway, we just take it, you know, we're not gonna go against it. We're not gonna plant the most beautiful, strongest organic pesticide to kill all the leaf cutter ants in the world. No, we let it be, and we work with it, and we'll understand what it's doing or not. Or, you know, in my mind, it probably just needs a bit of time to adapt. I mean, this has been a very abrupt change. It's 10-15 years without anything, the organism just doing what it does, and then comes, you know, a crazy couple in, you know, 2.5 months, digs 450 square meters of beds, you know, plant 100 different varieties of fruit trees and a seed per centimeter. Probably takes a bit of time for those organisms to adjust. So we'll see how we develop. I'm a bit concerned because we planted a little bit later as well. So I'm welcoming some hotter weather by the end of the week, and hopefully next week maybe getting up to the 29-30, which for us always gets 27-28, a bit lower than the forecast because we are a bit higher up. But yeah, this is looking very exciting, you know, joy for life. You know, if we can use our imagination, we can see how much fun this is going to be, as well as how much work and concerns and dramas and lots of wins, but also there'll be many losses, and some of those losses, it's going to have to be our responsibility, because if we don't lose, if we don't terminate perhaps some of those lives, then nothing else will evolve. So it's part of the game to plant a lot, so we can learn to make those decisions and, you know, kill things, because life requires death, and we are the agents of that balance. We have to keep things moving forward, but not at a frenetic pace, but at a good pace, a pace that matches our skills, matches our time availability, matches our desires, matches everything. It has to be a match between the one that is managing and the one that it's growing there. Too slow, nobody happy. Too fast, nobody happy. It needs to be just right for each one of us, and we'll see. For me, it's easier to accelerate fast and then slow it down. To me, it's much easier. You know, it's one afternoon here with a couple of blokes, and we slow it down as much as we want. But if we start slow, it requires a massive effort to make it pick up again. So let's get moving from the get-go and get things moving. Planting.